Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing my first Q&A video for this week, leading up to The Walking Dead Season 6, Episode 6, which is called Always Accountable. First question in this one we're going to focus on is, when do we think we're going to see Glen's fate? Great, so I want to thank you guys so much for your awesome questions. Keep sending them to me, and video suggestions are always welcome too. A few people asked, how do I do that? You got to go to the About tab in the channel. You don't have to be subscribed, but if you're subscribed, that's cool if I know you. There's a good number of you guys I do know, and I do appreciate all of your support, guys. So anybody who's new and you want to ask a question, you can subscribe. You can send it through the About tab as a send private message. You do need to have a YouTube account to do that. So the first kind of big topic of discussion right now is, when do we think we're going to see Glen return? When do we think we're going to see his fate? So I was thinking about this one. We got a few questions related to that. This week's episode 6, as I said in my predictions, I don't think we're going to see Glen's fate this week's episode. I hope we would, but it seems like the pacing based on now, episode 5, is a bit slower than that. They're really spacing out the No Way Out storyline, it looks like, and it's going to be a bit, it looks like. So I'm expecting either episode 7, which is called Heads Up, or the mid-season finale, episode 8, with a lean towards episode 8. But I would be very surprised if they showed us Glen's fate in episode 6. So I think we're going to find out that Glen survives in episode 8. How that happens exactly will be interesting, because if Maggie can't leave with Aaron, or she just can't get out of there, who's going to happen to find Glen? Is he going to somehow, are they just going to show it to us on camera? Or are we going to see maybe, Daryl, Sasha, Abraham somehow stumble upon him and find him there? Or who knows what else, maybe a new character or something. That will be interesting either way. Maybe it would make most sense for them just to show us on camera after a kind of flashback sequence in maybe the intro or something, and then kind of show us him maybe either waking up underneath the trash bin or something. If you guys missed my top 5 ways Glen may survive, you can watch the videos in the channel there, and it goes through a bunch of different theories that are prevalent right now online that people are thinking that's going to happen, and you can look through those and decide which one you think makes the most sense and is applicable for you to expect if you're one of the people like myself who does think he's going to make it. There are still a good number of people who think he's dead for sure. I've even heard someone refer to it as being in Glen Isle. So, so if you're in Glen Isle, I don't know. I guess I am, according to them. Anyway, so I'm thinking episode 7 or episode 8 with a lean towards episode 8, probably. Yeah. So first question is from ThatGuysZebra. ThatGuysZebra. Nice name. So awesome names. Do you think Glen will end up like Sophia? No, I don't think so. So Sophia walking out of the barn, Glen opening the lid to the trash bin? No, I don't think so. I think Glen's going to make it. I think he's going to be all right. If Sasha and Abraham showed up and all of a sudden stumbled upon where he was, and he kind of turned, looked up and looked at them or something, I would be shocked if that actually happened. I would be I wouldn't even know what to do with myself. I'd be absolutely floored, because I really am expecting us to see him survive in the mid-season finale or episode 7. Next one is from Young Defiant, and he says, Rick is an absolute savage. Kills Jessie's husband, then kisses her. That guy is taking I Stole Your Girl to a whole new level. LOL. And this one was thumbed up quite a bit in one of my videos. I think it was the review. After episode 5. So yeah, that's absolutely true. He has gone fully in Shane. I mean, he's done exactly what Shane kind of did to him. Well, not even worse, because what Shane was trying to do to him at the end after Shane went in Shane, then that's what Rick basically did, except he pulled it off this time. So that was wow, yeah, kind of crazy. So yeah, he's evil Rick at this point. He's kind of, well, I don't know, kind of in a way. Yeah, but it is what it is. That was an exciting part to see at the end of season 5. I really felt like they handled that well, and the whole fight between Rick and Pete and everything. Man, that was done so well. And it was cool to see kind of that continue in episode 5. That's my favorite part of episode 5 right there, is to see the continuation of that. Although I think it was handled better in the second half of season 5 than episode 5 of this season. I think maybe it was a directing thing, or just maybe the new director for that episode just couldn't quite get it to feel right. But it definitely was pretty epic last year during the fight scenes and slow-mo and all the different stuff they did. Even when Peter stumbles upon Rick and talking to Jessie in the house and stuff, that was some really good stuff, really intense. I think episode 5, they maybe could have done a little bit better with it, could have handled it a little bit better. But it was still good anyway, and I'd like to see the continuation of their kind of relationship to see what happens with it. Next one's from Andy Hernandez, and he says, Q&A at the end of the episode. I didn't understand the blood on the wall or whatever that was. What's your take on it, Trev? So my interpretation is there's holes in the wall, and the zombies are pushing against each other, to get in there, and some of them are kind of against it, and if they're pushing, they may get cut and they may goo bleed through. That's at least my interpretation of it after seeing it once. I'll have to watch it again later to see if maybe there's something up top that's dripping. I almost thought it looked like it was dripping, but I think it was oozing through or something. So that's kind of my interpretation of it right now. It could change, and if it does, I'll update that in the Q&A, but so far that's what I was thinking about it, because the only one up there is Spencer, right? Yeah, Spencer's up there eating crackers, right? So I don't know why he would have black goo, unless he stole some kind of, I don't know, blueberry, I don't know, pie mix or something. He's just drinking it or something. Yeah, that'd be interesting, but no, I don't think so. Next one's from Jonathan Brusky, and he says, nice episode tonight again. Quick question commentary for you, Trev. What do you think about this year's intro credits? And it's a great question, because I guess I haven't given my thoughts on the season 6 intro yet. I don't think I have. He says, I thought it was going to show new camera shots from Alexandria, the difference between season 3 and 4. And so I definitely wanted to include this one here. Great question from John. So thanks, Jonathan. My answer to you, or my response to you, is basically that I actually am a little bit disappointed with this intro for this year. They haven't really changed it much. It looks basically the same to me. I haven't compared, frame by frame or anything, but to me, it's the same. They should update it, I think. They should change it. I'm a fan of kind of changing it. You guys know I try to change the channel intro up as much as I can, even though it's difficult to do. Because it takes time to edit a new intro and stuff. Honestly, it can take up to 5 to 10 hours just to do a 20-second clip or something. For a professional TV series, it could be a 40-hour work week for a person to do the intro. So maybe they just didn't get around to changing it because they're working on other stuff. I'm not sure. Or maybe they felt like it's fine, so just leave it. There's also the walker who's out there in the middle of kind of nowhere, right in the hay, with season 2, which I thought was a nice nod at first, but I feel like maybe they should change that now, because it's not like we're going to see Shane flashbacks anytime soon or anything, or hallucinations, I don't think. So they should maybe update that to something kind of newer or something. I don't know, maybe a Maggie Glen thing or something. That's a big theme this year. So yeah. So I'm not that impressed with it. I hope they update it, is what I'm saying. It's not all that impressive. You're right. It could use an update for sure. Next one's from It's Poofberry. Nice name. And It's Poofberry says, and by the way, Trev, please do something about the trashy comment section. What do you want me to do about that? I don't know what you want me to do about that. I do understand what you're saying. The comments have gotten a little crazy lately, but I don't feel responsible for that. I mean, I think it's just there's not as much to talk about as there was earlier on in the season. And, because you had episode 4 was self-explanatory. There's not much in there that's that much to talk about, with discussions and comments and stuff after the Glen situation. So, with episode 5, there's some new developments that we're talking about now, of course, but I feel like there hasn't been as much to talk about as there is at different times of The Walking Dead. So people are just kind of commenting ridiculousness, which is fine. I'm okay with ridiculousness. If they're not breaking any rules, they're not offending anybody, that's fine with me. But yeah, so it is what it is. The comment section is yours, really. It's not really mine. I mean, if I see something, if someone's personally attacking me, I'll probably ban them and block them quickly and just move on with my day. That's what I usually do now. After 5 years on YouTube, you don't even feel it anymore. People troll you, just it's part of the game. See you, bye, and move forward. But the comment section is yours. It's your guys. So what you guys want to do with it is your deal. It's not mine. And like I said, I don't really police it. I just ban people that are being verbally abusive or text abusive, I guess, or just ridiculous. So that's what I do. But aside from that, it's your guys' thing. You can ban each other other if you want or whatever, block each other. That's up to you, and people can leave whatever comments they like. That's their right. That's freedom of speech. As long as you're not hurting anybody else, then hey, you can say whatever silliness you want, I guess. I can't do that, Poofberry. Sorry, man. And we'll do a couple more. Next one's from James Wilmont, and he says, I miss your The Walking Dead board game in the background of your videos. Your shelves are so full of good stuff like action figures that there is literally no room for me to complain. I like the video you did on collecting action figures. I would like to hear more about collecting, enjoying, buying, selling collectibles from the point of view of a fan. I leave the specifics of this open-ended request to you. Thanks for all your videos on different shows, especially including The Walking Dead and its companion series. So thanks, James. Thanks for all your support, man. You've been following for a while. So I haven't done much with The Walking Dead collectibles lately or stuff. You guys know sometimes I'll review figures, or, I got a couple shirts from the show. I used to have a toque from the show. I don't know what I did with it. It's like lost or something. Comic books that I collect and the trades I collect and that. That's something I do a lot more during kind of the off season because we have more time to fill than during, the Walking Dead regular season. So that's something we could do during the winter, something like that. We could talk more about that. But there's a new series of Walking Dead action figures that's pretty cool. It's got a Dale figure. It's got Bob. It's got a new Rick from season 5. It's just got a really great lineup. And I haven't bought it yet because they're like $22 Canadian each. And that is a lot, man. $22 each for the small little ones. And I used to pay, I think they were like $10 at one point. I got a whole set for $10 each, or like $8 each at my comic shop, Canadian. Now it's $22. So they've tripled in price. That's a lot, so there's certain ones. I really want to get the Dale, though. The other ones I'll consider. And if I do get them, I will review them for you guys. Let me know if you want to see that, because I do have the smaller ones up there for comic book series and TV series up there. But yeah, I feel like the background's cool now. I'll probably still change it up too, but I feel like it's, it's good enough. I don't really need to fill it out too much more. But if I do get any new Walking Dead stuff, I'll let you guys know. I just haven't really bought much stuff lately, that's for sure. So I'm really cutting down on that, now that, I own a house and stuff. So yeah, it's you try to be, more frugal and more, responsible, that kind of thing, when you got to pay all the bills all the time. And we'll do one more. Next one's from Naughty Pui. And he says, hey, Trev, what's up? Also question, do you think they'll do the opposite from the comic books between Abraham and Rosita? As in, do you think Rosita will be the one cheating on Abraham? Looks like it's slightly going on there. That's a good comment from Naughty Pui Pui. You guys' names are awesome. Spencer, has got some time. He's gotten a little bit more. He's gotten a little wasted and stuff. And, he's at least, going and trying to talk to her. We've seen the two of them talking a little bit before. That'd be interesting to see. But I kind of doubt it because Abraham's kind of a scary dude. Would you want to piss Abraham off? Would you want to try to hook up with his wife or his girlfriend? I don't know. Peter's one thing, but yeah, I don't know if I want to mess with Abraham, especially if I was Spencer. That's interesting. So I like your perspective, though, and I do think that could be cool if they would do like a reversal there, switch that around, and that could be interesting, and maybe they could change the times when you have character deaths and that with regards to that kind of storyline from the comic book series. I'm being general and vague on purpose. That's all I got for this one for you guys. Let me know what you thought about Sunday's episode. Pretty good episode, but not mind-blowing. Some people were pissed off, and it's like, well, every year it's the same thing. You get Slab Town or you get episode 5 Self-Help last year. It's the same thing. Some people are disappointed because not every episode can be bananas, and that's just how it is. 16 episodes. So I'd rather have 16 and have a few like this than have, 10 or 12 and all of them be bananas all the way through, which would be cool. But, I like it. The more Walking Dead, the better, even if some of the episodes are a little slower. Not a problem. So I enjoyed it. Anyway, if you guys like this Q&A, please thumb it up below. Continue to send me your Q&As. Lots of, more discussion topics for this week coming up, of course. So write your comments and private message me for those. If you like the video, please thumb it up below. If you want to support the channel, please share. Please favorite. And if you're new, you want to subscribe, you can go ahead and subscribe at the bottom left. That's it for today's. See you guys again tomorrow. As always, it's Trev, and I'm saying peace.